Greetings friends, and welcome to another Classic WoW Hunter video. I'm your host Zera, and today I want to discuss the most incredible gold farm for Classic Hunters. But before we do, I want to share a message from the sponsor of today's video, the True Shot Brigade Discord. Home to hundreds of resources ranging from weak auras, macros, loot prio sheets, best in slot list, and so much more. With almost 5,000 members, this is the place to be for all things Classic WoW Hunters. Be sure to join the True Shot Brigade today by checking out the link in the video description. Today's topic finally delivers an answer to a question that's loomed over me since Classic WoW launched. How can I farm gold as a hunter effectively and still enjoy it? By the way, with Classic eclipsing its first full year, I'll soon be releasing a video covering this monumental occasion. So be sure that you're subscribed to the channel and enable notifications to see that and more in the coming weeks. So when you think of farming gold as a hunter in Classic, what immediately comes to your mind? Is it Marlden? Maybe Dire Maul? And which is it? Is it tribute runs or jump runs? Which one's better? Perhaps you're an auction manipulator. You know it's all about them engineering toys. Yo, and let's not forget about skinning either. And what about leatherworking? Wait, are you serious? I thought that was a dead profession. Okay. In all seriousness though, there's plenty of ways that anyone can make gold, but this strategy that I'm presenting to you today is truly fit only for hunters. You remember those demons from the Ancient Leaf quest that you did way back in Phase 1? You know, Artorius, Solenor, Simone, and Klinfran? Yeah. Those demons. The ones you took down in solo fashion so that you could be one of the first few hunters early on to obtain Rhok'delar? Well, as Classic has evolved over the past year, you'd think that most hunters had Rhok at this point. But while that theory does hold water for most, if not all, hunter mains, there are an enormous amount of players who have chosen to level a hunter as an effective farming alt, and haven't taken the time to tackle these demons for themselves. And see, that's where this gold farm comes into play. So what does it take to make gold while farming these demons? Does it require consumables? No. Does it require bisque gear? No, but that does help. Does it take a lot of time? Not really. Is it as frustrating as Dire Maul Tribute can be at times? At first, sure, but with practice this becomes an absolute joke. Well, okay, then what's the catch? Well, there are a couple. The first one obviously being that you depend on other people to respond to your advertising. And the second is that it's going to take time for you to build a rapport with the server's community. And you have to have the ability to be patient while you build your client list. Once you have a few successful attempts under your feet and a steadily growing list of customers that are happy, you'll be surprised how quickly the names on your list pile up. However, there are a few common issues that I've seen while performing this service. The first one is regarding pricing. I mean, how much do you think it's worth going out and killing these demons? Do you adjust your pricing depending on how many demons the client has remaining? Maybe you give a discount on certain days of the week to promote a more influx of customers. Well, these are all good questions, and my go-to rate of 50 gold per demon seems to be the sweet spot for Pagel. But I can only speak to my experiences on my server. Your mileage may vary. But won't you get flack for helping other hunters in their quest for Rhok'delar? It's supposed to be an experience like no other. Why rob them of that experience? Well, that was my assumption at first too, but it would appear the complete opposite has occurred. Most hunters have applauded me for helping our fellow classmates, and genuinely enjoy seeing the effect it's had on the community. My chat log blows up at least 3 or 4 times a day, just randomly, from guildmates, spouses, or friends of previous clients that I've assisted. And they're asking me, reaching out to me, looking for aid in their quest to obtain Rhok'delar. It's been surprising how welcoming my server has been to these services, and I've begun to always look forward to logging on now. And that's something that World of Warcraft has sorely been missing for many years. I mean, there is a literal air of excitement each and every time I log on, and that is an incredible feeling. Okay, Zera, But nevertheless, you're stealing the experience of these quests from these hunters. I mean, this is supposed to be something that they revel in and enjoy, maybe even talk about in years to come, about how they overcame these demons in dramatic solo fashion. Really though, I mean, think about it. Let's be serious for a second. For the sake of everyone's dignity here, let's not pretend that these demons are as tough as we all remember them being back in vanilla. We have an infinite number of ways to defeat several of these demons. I mean, hell, you can defeat all of these demons without any armor on, gray weapon, and with 0 talent selected. So let's not dramatize a quest chain that really isn't all that difficult with modern amenities, strategies, and a little bit of experience. Not to mention world buffs if you really want to take it that far. As for the strategies that I choose to implement, it's kind of funny actually. I hardly ever use the so-called cheese strats on most of these demons. The only exception to that rule would be Solenor and Silithus. Since he's a one-trick pony, I choose not to kid around with him. I use the Hive Zora shelf to kite him. Other notable strategies include the tree strat in Burning Steppes and the Hive strat in Ungoro. These aren't necessary, as you can endlessly kite these 2 particular demons from range. So as long as you avoid hostile mobs around you, you're fine. And honestly, I rather enjoy the old school kiting approach sometimes. I find it invigorating. The only demon that has any sort of quote-unquote challenge is Artorius in Winterspring. And I use the word challenge here more out of respect for how unforgiving this demon is. Given that you can cheese him as well by bringing restorative potions along to cleanse yourself of the demonic doom dot he applies to you, otherwise, this guy is just another mere kiting fest. You stay at max range with Aspect of the Cheetah, use Concussive Shot to slow him down so that you can bob and weave in more carefully to reapply Serpent Sting, and utilize Rank 1 Arcane Shot to keep him in combat. This fight is mostly about you just being mindful of your surroundings, which can be completely alleviated by simply defeating the enemy mobs in that area prior to pulling Artorius to begin with. Just be mindful not to loot them so they take longer to respawn. I'm probably closing in on 50 kills for each of these demons now, and the list of clients continues to grow. I'm sitting on 3,000 gold right now, and the reason it's not higher is that I've been spending gold at a commensurative rate on consumables and enchants for up to months at a time now, as opposed to before when I was just buying things on a week-to-week basis. I'm more prepared for raids now than I've been since launch. My eagerness to log on is unmatched, and I've become a more staple hunter in the server's community, even more now than I was before. Additionally, I've begun performing jump runs in my own downtime, and soon I'll have more gold than I'll know what to do with. So, is this the most effective way to make gold in Classic for hunters? Again, your mileage is going to vary, but on my best days, I've made up to 250 gold an hour, and on my worst days, I've made 45 gold an hour. And keep in mind that that's over a 7 or 8 hour time period when I'm streaming. But what's more important about this farm is that it doesn't become mind-numbing after a single hour. I mean, you're constantly meeting new people, making friends, opening up new possibilities, helping fellow classmates, and above all, taking on a hunter-specific challenge that doesn't exist anywhere else in World of Warcraft outside of Classic. And to me, it's far more important that a gold farm is fun than it is the sheer amount you earn per hour. Alright, Zera, I'm sold. How do I start this process for myself? That's an excellent question. Here's a couple of tips that you can use to get your enterprise off the ground. First, I would reach out to your guildmates and ask if any of them have a hunter alt that is in need of the demons being defeated. It's always helpful to play things close to the chest early and go outwards from there. If you don't have any luck within your guild, be sure to start broadcasting your assistance every so often in both your Looking for Group and local zone chats. Depending on how you have your chat settings arranged, these macros may prove effective. Check the description below for an advertising macro that I use. Note, please do not falsely advertise that you've done this X many times before, because if you struggle to defeat these demons for your early day clients, they'll quickly see right through you, and thus spread the word that you aren't as reliable as you let on. Being honest and upfront with your clients, and maybe offer discounts if it takes you more than a single attempt to put these demons down, is the best route to take. Most people are incredibly generous, by the way. Some people are going to offer you consumables. They may even tip you larger than you anticipated or originally agreed upon. I once had a lady tip me 450 gold for what is normally a 200 gold total, all because she was thrilled to death to see me execute the demon so effortlessly. In her own words, don't advertise it as them needing you. Advertise it as a means of assisting them overcoming an obstacle so that they can get back to enjoying their classic WoW experience in general. You'll be surprised how advantageous that sort of attitude becomes. Unfortunately, there is a dark side to this farm. Beyond the obvious for PvP servers, PvE servers can have their own issues, as some people have taken upon themselves to troll me while I'm out here assisting these hunters in killing their demons. Some folks will just wait in the wing for me to engage the demon, simply throw up a dot, and watch the demon disappear. So be mindful of this. Keep an eye out for any potential grievers. Keep a list of names even by your keyboard, and /who that individual before you instigate every pull. Sadly, there's even been times when the same hunter I'm trying to help is so utterly clueless as to how these quests work, they'll interfere themselves, thinking they're actually helping me. Those are the true gut-wrenching moments for me. And for those of you on PvP servers, my heart genuinely aches for you, as this has proven to be the most exciting gold farm I've ever experienced in WoW history, classic or otherwise. And it really sucks to have to see you guys have to pass it up due to obvious issues. And finally, as a reminder, I stream at twitch.tv/saltyzera every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Link in the description down below. Come by and ask me any questions you'd like about these demon encounters or just World of Warcraft hunter knowledge in general. I've been playing this class full time since vanilla, and there's nothing I enjoy more than answering your questions in the stream. I'll be looking forward to seeing you there in the chat. Again, I'll also remind you to join the True Shot Brigade Discord. It's an incredibly friendly community that is geared solely towards improving your classic WoW Hunter gameplay. Reach out and meet new like-minded people every day. As for today's video, I look forward to your questions in the comments section. If you want a more detailed and up-to-date strategy on how to take these demons down, I would be happy to re-upload those videos in the next few days. I absolutely love this community, and I want to do everything in my power to make it better. For all of you out there watching, I wish you all the fattest loot possible, and above all else, happy hunting.